Are you okay? Come on, I'm gonna call the doctor.
Raccoon!
Raccoon?
I want a raccoon coat!
Why do you want a raccoon coat?
I should have known it. I should have known they come back when the Charleston came back. Like a fool, I spend all my money on for textbook. Now I can get a raccoon coat.
People are actually wearing raccoon coat again.
All big men on campus are wearing them. Where have you been?
In the library, it's not frequented by big men on campus.
I've got to have a raccoon coat. I've got to.
PTY, look at rationally raccoon coats. Our unsanitary, they smell bad. They weigh too much.
You don't understand. It's the thing to do. Don't you want to be in?
No.
Well, I'll do. I'll do anything for a raccoon coat. Anything.
Anything?
Anything.
It just so happened that Betty has something I want. I referred to his girl, Polly SB. I had long coveted Polly SB. My desire is not emotional in nature. However, I want Polly more calculated and entirely cerebral visible. I'm well aware of the necessity for a successful lawyer to have a beautiful, intelligent, and gracious wife. Polly is full of grace. She has an directness of courage, an ease of bearing, and exquisite manners. She can eat a specialty sandwich without getting her finger moist. Polly, however, is not intelligent. She veers in the opposite direction. But I believe she was smart enough under my guidance. It's worth a shot.
Phoebe, are you in love with Polly SB?
Well, she's a really nice girl, but I don't think you call it love. Why?
Do you have any kind of formal arrangement with her? I mean, are you going steady or anything like that?
No, we see each other quite a lot, but we both have other dates. Why?
So, if you are out of the picture, should be open, right?
I guess so. What are you getting at? Holy crap!
Would you like it?
Oh yes, what are you up for?
Your girl.
Polly? You want Polly?
Really, if you don't wanna be in it's your decision.
Well, it isn't like Polly and I are getting steady.
That's right.
I mean, what's Polly to me?
Not a thing.
We were only getting out casually.
Try it on.
It fits fine.
It is a deal.
It's a deal.
I had my first date with Polly the following evening. This was the nature of a survey. I wanted to find out just how much work I had to do to get her mind up to the standard I required. I took her first to the theater. Then I took her to the movie. And then I took her home.
G, I have a sensation find.
I had gravely underestimated the size of my task. This girl's lack of information was terrifying. Supplying her information is not enough. First, she had to be taught to think.
Polly, tomorrow we get together and talk.
Oh, Trip, what are we going to talk about?
Logic.
I had to go about teaching Polly systematically. It happens that I, as a law student, was taking the course in logic myself. I had all the facts at my fingertips.
Logic is the science of thinking, but before we think correctly, we must learn to recognize the common fallacies project. This will us up tonight.
Well, serious.
First, we will examine called dicta simpliciter.
By all means.
Dicta simpliciter is an argument on an unqualified generalization. For example, exercise is good, therefore everybody should exercise.
I agree. I mean, exercise is wonderful. I mean, it builds the body and everything.
Polly, it's a fallacy. Exercise is good is an unqualified generalization. For instance, if you have heart disease, exercise is bad, not good. Many people are ordered by their doctor not to exercise. You must unqualified generalization. You must say exercise is usually good or exercise is good for most people. Otherwise, you have committed as dicta simpliciter. Do you see?
Do more.
It will be better if you stop tugging at my shirt. Next, take a fallacy called basic generalization. You can speak French,
Je ne parle pas français.
and I can speak French.
Je n'ai pas français.
I must therefore conclude that nobody on campus can speak French.
Really? Nobody?
Nadie?
Polly is a fallacy. That generalization is reached too hasty. There are too few instances to support such conclusion.
No any more policies? This is more even fun than dancing?
Right? Let's call it a day, shall we?
But I want to learn more policies.
You can go all over the things you learned today at home.
Polly simply has a logic-proof head. I wasted a day. But maybe, just maybe, somewhere in the distant crater of her mind, a few members still smoldered. So I gave it another try.
We will have another session tomorrow. The fallacy that we'll discuss today is called ad misericordiam. Now, listen closely. A man applies for a job. When the boss asks him what his qualifications are, he realizes that he has a wife and 6 children at home. The wife is health crippled. The children have nothing to cut. Clothes to wear, no shoes, and their pet. There are no beds in the house, no cold in the collar, and winter is coming.
Oh, this is awful. Awful.
Yes, it is awful, but it's no argument. The man never answered the boss question about his qualification. Instead, he appealed to the boss' sympathy. He committed the fallacy of act misericordiam. Do you understand?
Have you got a handkerchief?
let's move on to hypothesis contrary to the fact.
Sounds yummy.
Hypothesis contrary to the fact.
I have a long way to go with Polly, but hopefully my lessons will begin to sink in. It's time for me to ask her to go steady.
Polly, today we will not discuss policies.
Aw, gee.
My dear, we got along splendidly for the past 3 days. If there will match,
Hasty generalization.
I beg your pardon.
Hasty generalization. It's a policy. How can you say that we are well matched on the basis of only 3 dates?
But, Polly, I love you. You're the word to me, blessed. Polly, I will you go stand with me. If not, my life will be meaningless. I will refuse my meals. I will walk on earth like miserable horror.
Ad misericordia.
Well, Polly, you certainly have learned your policies.
You darn right.
And who taught them to you?
You did.
That's right. So you owe me something. Don't you? If I had come along, you will never learn policies.
Hypothesis contrary to the fact.
Polly, you can't take this unseriously. This classroom stuff, you know that this stuff doesn't apply in real life.
Dicto simpliciter.
Will you not study with me?
I will not.
Why not?
Because I already promised. Pete belows that I go steady with him.
That rat, you can go with him. He's liar. He's a cheater. He's an idiot.
Poisoning the well, that's another policy. And stop shouting. I think shouting should be policy too.
Alright, you're a logician. Let's look at this logically. How could you choose Petebello over me? Look at me. I'm a brilliant student, an intellectual, and sure about my future. Look at Pete. He's not had a guy has no future plans. Can you give me one logical reason why you should go stand with Petebello?
Well, he's got a open coat.